Okay, let's do an example for the second derivative test. We are going to use the second derivative test to find relative max mean of this function 3x to the power 4 plus 8x cubed minus 18x squared plus 5. Remember that for the second derivative test, we need to first find the critical points. Specifically for the second derivative test, we can use only the ones where f prime exists and f prime is equal to 0. So find all c's for which f prime of c is 0. Well, second derivative test can only work for these points. Okay, so we need to find f prime of x, which is 12x cubed plus 24 minus 36x, 24x squared minus 36 plus 0. And then this needs to be equal to 0. To be able to solve that, I can factor 12, yes, so then we get x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x. That needs to be equal to 0. And as you can see, all of them have a factor of x, so let me factor out x also. And this is now a quadratic function, and I can factor it as this one. So I'm looking for two numbers add up to 2. They multiply to negative 3. So it will be x minus 1, x plus 3. And from there, you can see that we have 3 such points: x equal to 0, x equal to 1, and x equal to negative 3. Okay, step 2 is now very easy. While using the second derivatives, basically evaluate f double prime at those points. Okay, so how many of those points we have? Well, x equal to 0. We will evaluate it at x equal to 0, at x equal to 1, and at x equal to negative 3. Well, first I need to find f double prime. Yes, I can use this formula for f double prime after factoring 12. So f double prime at x is going to be, this is constant multiple, I can write it like that, and then 3x squared plus 4x minus 3. Okay, so we need to evaluate the f double prime at 0. So it's 12 times 3, 0 squared plus 4 times 0 minus 3. These are 0, and that's 12 times negative 3, which is minus 30, negative 36. The value of f double prime at 0 is negative by the second derivative test. F at 0 is a relative max. So that's the second derivative test. If f double prime at 0 is negative, then it's relative max. How about f double prime at 1? Well, okay, let's just evaluate that. 3 times 1 squared plus 4 times 1 minus 3. You see that this cancels with that, and we get 12 times 4, which is 48, and it is a positive number. Okay, so again, by second derivative test, if f double prime, the value of f double prime at a critical point is 0, that means that f at that point is a relative mean. How about f double prime at negative 3? Okay, 12 times 3 times negative 3 squared plus 4 times negative 3 minus 3. And this gives us what? 12. Then this is 9 times 3, 27, plus negative 12 minus 3. This is negative 15. And this is 12 times 12. The number is not important. What is important is the sign of that number. So that if it is positive, f double prime is positive, the second derivative test says that f at that point is a relative mean. Okay, so these are the steps. As you can see, it's easier than the first derivative test. You can get to the final result quicker if it can answer your question.